Let's imagine that a professor at school teaches a behavioristic view of man. You all know what behaviorism is? The claim that all human behavior is determined by antecedent factors, that all human behavior is predictable if you just know the factors that go into the decisions that human beings make. Essentially, human beings are stimulus response mechanisms, and everything we do is based on the conditioning that we've had as we've grown up and the culture in which we live and so forth. Everything that we decide and everything that we do is thus predictable. Well, if all human behavior is predictable, as your professor will be quick to point out, then this idea of free will is an illusion. Now imagine further that when it comes time for you to take your final exam from this professor who has taught you a behavioristic view of human nature, that when you take your final exam, you cheat on the exam and the professor catches you. The professor is indignant. The professor insists on imposing a strict penalty. He's going to flunk you in this course because of what you've done. Now, if he does so, doesn't he expose an open conflict within his views of human nature? But you see, if what the professor taught you in the course is true, you can't help doing what you do. If you could not help doing what you did, given all your previous conditioning and all the variables of your environment, if you couldn't help but act this way, then it's senseless to punish you for what you did, very predictably, what you did. And yet that's precisely what the professor in this class is trying to do to you. On the one hand, he teaches you human nature is behavioristic, and on the other hand, he treats you as though you're responsible because you made a choice. You can't have it both ways.